We've discovered a secret that will not just open your eyes, it will revolutionize how you think about your health. You have two options. Stop this video now and continue believing what you think is true. Or keep watching and discover a life-changing secret to better health.
Your body is a masterpiece made up of trillions of cells. Each one works like a major production facility, absorbing nutrients from food, converting them into energy, and carrying out specialized functions in your body. All of this happens without you having to think about it. In a perfect world, the cells get the nutrients they need from what you eat and drink. However, science has revealed a group of essential nutrients that 97% of the world population is unknowingly short of. A problem lurking within the body, affecting various aspects of your well-being. This is not a minor deficit, it is dramatic. Because they regulate the flexibility of your cell membranes, how well your cells absorb nutrients and remove waste. They're vital for your cognitive functions. Your cardiovascular system relies on them. Your heart needs them every single day. And they even support your immune system to do what it does best. Keep you healthy and energized throughout the day.
But one question remains. How can you find out if you're getting enough of these essential nutrients that hold a key to unlock your body's potential?
With just a small drop of blood, you can get the knowledge and power you need to set everything right. Testing your levels will uncover your personal needs. Restoring them will revolutionize human health forever.
When life-changing innovations are revealed, they give birth to multi-billion-dollar industries. Ideally, you want to enter a large existing market with sustainable growth and technology that sets you apart as 10 times better than the current market leaders. That is what we have.
Thanks to our groundbreaking Scandinavian health tech solution. Today, more than 3 billion people care enough about their health to either take supplements or follow specialized diets. Our test will open their eyes. Are you in the safe zone or among the 97% who are not getting enough of these essential nutrients? Having your own health plan is pure logic. Getting proof that it's working should be too.
We predict that more than 1/3 of this already interested group will put their supplements to the test during the next decades. That's 1 billion people, giving you the unique opportunity to leverage this megatrend in the making.
What if you could play a pivotal part? What if you created a fulfilled career in this megatrend? What if participating in this test-based revolution enabled you to live life on your own terms? Picture a life where your heart beats stronger, your mind is sharper, and your days are filled with boundless energy.
This is the success story waiting for those who embrace the power of personalized nutrition. Remove the guesswork. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Join us, share this secret, act on this life-changing innovation. My name is Hilda. I'm the co-founder of Zinzino, and I can't wait to meet you.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you very much for joining us on tonight's call. My name is Abu Bakr Qasim, and I am from a beautiful city in West Yorkshire called Bradford. And I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've had a good evening and weekend, for that matter. And I'm going to be your host for today. This call is going to last around 25 minutes. I'm going to be sharing valuable information with you. And what you do with the information is it's entirely up to you. You can either watch it and just go away and take nothing, or you can utilize what you see today and make it into an opportunity that could be life-changing. Now, very quickly, just want to introduce myself. So I come from an IT background. many years ago. I graduated in 2005, did my degree in IT. And for many years, I worked as an IT consultant, but I knew that there was more to life than just working for somebody else. I knew that there was many opportunities out there, but I didn't know where to get started. So I went back to university to study my master's in international business management. And even after falling into a further debt, I still had no idea how to enter the world of business and entrepreneurship until one day, a friend of mine in 2014, he called me, asked me a very straight up question. He said, "Hey, do you want to make some money?" And I was like, show me what it is. And then he basically showed me an industry known as networking and direct sales, and basically introduced me to a company that was already achieving success 20 years before myself. And I knew that there was something there. And I basically started with this company, managed to build a business that was turning over multiple seven figures a year, became a vice president for the company, and then started to share that success with other people and helping other people to also achieve success alongside their current commitments. We were able to help people from all walks of life, different backgrounds, different fields, and so on, but they all came together for one common ground, and that was to achieve that, freedom, whether that's financial freedom or any sort of freedom that they were looking for in their lives. So that was just a bit about myself. Today, I'm just going to be sharing an opportunity with you that's 20 years old, as I mentioned before, a very successful model, and it basically it involves health and nutrition. Today, it's one of the largest industries in the world. Health and nutrition is actually known to be the next trillion-dollar industry. If you have any questions, I would say write them down. More than likely, I'm going to be answering them through the presentation. At the end, I will give you an opportunity to ask any questions which you may have. So let's go straight into it. Now, I'm sure we can all agree that we all want to feel good, stay fit, and be healthy. Unfortunately, that is not the case today. A long time ago, we used to eat food, whether it was us or our parents or their parents. They used to eat food that was actual food from Mother Nature, food that had all the vital vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and what we need from our food. I'm sure you can also agree that today that is certainly not the case. Most of the food that we are eating is man-made, processed, genetically modified, low in the key nutrients and high in sugar, and just full of empty calories, which is literally making people sick. I'm no doctor, but I'm sure we can all agree on this. Now, there's something known as an omega-6 to 3 balance ratio that very few people actually know about. Yes, people know about how the body requires omega-3s and omega-6s and so on, and people may be even taking some sort of omega supplements. However, that's not enough. You don't just take a supplement and say, "Oh, well, you know what, that is enough for me," because it's all about the balance. And that's what's important. And unfortunately, today is something that we don't get educated on. I'm 45 years old today, but never until this day has my GP or doctor ever spoken about this. So when we're born, obviously we have a brand new DNA, 0-meter DNA, and our omega-6 to 3 is 1:1. So that's how it is measured at a ratio. Science recommends a maximum of 3:1, which basically means 3 omega-6s to 1 omega-3 within our bodies. Anything more than that, and doctors will tell you that the body becomes out of balance. And it was actually in 1960 where we saw the turning point, where we started to see ratios such as 4:1, 15:1, 25:1. And recently I've been seeing even 70:1 and 80:1 and so on and so forth. Now, this actually affects the way our cells operate within our body. As you guys know, we have trillions of cells within our body. And unfortunately, because our poor diets and lifestyle and so on, the cells become hard and the nutrients from our diets get in slowly and the waste products also come out slowly. But any doctor will tell you that it's supposed to be the opposite. The cells are supposed to be soft and flexible and the nutrients should be getting in easily and the toxins and the waste products from our cells should also be released easily. So what are the consequences? Well, very simply, the consequences of this imbalance of omega-6 to 3 within our bodies, you can see on your screen. These are just some of the less severe issues people will face. A reduced brain function, the hair quality decreases, reduced heart function, the skin, organs, joint, muscles, they don't operate how they're supposed to be operating. And there's actually hundreds of studies which have been done about the importance of omega-6 to 3. And you can do a quick Google search or you can speak to, doctors. They will tell you about this, that due to this imbalance, people will face, cardiovascular diseases, cancers, inflammation, autoimmune diseases, and so on and so forth. Now, as I mentioned before, the ideal ratio should be around 3-1. But today, unfortunately, the average ratio globally is around 15-1, according to many, many studies. Now, doctors have never ever, or doctors don't generally carry out a test like this. So Zinzino actually has a balance test that we actually carry out. In fact, our customers can carry out this test very simply at home, where we take a couple of drops of blood, and that sample is then sent to an independent laboratory known as Vitas Analytical Services, which is based in Oslo, Norway. These guys are a huge organization, also official partners of many well-known institutes around the world, such as Harvard University, Cambridge, Oxford, King's College in London, and so on and so forth. So these guys will actually do the testing, and then the customer will receive their sample back within a couple of weeks with the most important number they need to know about their bodies. Now, Zinzino was also able to carry out more than 1.3 million tests around the world just to see what is happening to people in their bodies, not just in one specific area, but in different continents around the world. And the results were absolutely shocking. From those 1.3 million tests, 99% of North America was out of balance. Europe, 95%, 98% of Middle East, 97% of South America, 99% of Africa, 98% of Asia. So a global average of 97% of people from the 1.3 million tests carried out were out of balance. Now that's the problem. What's the solution? And we have that solution. So Zinzino has a team of researchers, scientists, doctors who actually patent their own products. They do all the research and development, and they have produced a range of products that allow people to come back into balance, thus getting to the core of the problem. I still remember back in the days I was working for Pfizer, which is one of the large pharmaceutical companies, and being a salesperson, we were responsible for having doctors in our pockets. I quickly realized it was one of the worst industries to work in, a very evil industry that basically just was looking for repeat customers, and I quickly just moved on from there. This is when I found out about health and nutrition and so on. So we have a range of amazing products. Our flagship product is known as a Zinzino Balance Oil. It's designed to level and bring your omega levels back into balance, also supporting your heart health and immune health. Our products are made from the highest care, keto-friendly, halal products, naturally sourced ingredients, and so on and so forth. Now, the company in 20 years, has an excellent record, because people who take our product for 120 days, 95% of them come back into balance. I was able to take a test myself. I was 12-1 out of balance, even though I would consider myself fairly healthy. I play badminton, for the Yorkshire League. I played Sunday League football for so many years, go to the gym regularly and try to eat as clean as possible. However, I was 12-1 out of balance. Then we do a retest. The company basically does a retest after 120 days of taking our products. I took my retest after around 156 days because I missed out a few days, and I came back into balance 3.1-1. And not just that, I got rid of my severe asthma, which I had for 16 years, my fatty liver, my skin issues, digestive issues, gastroacid reflux. That was my own testimonial. I was taking the brown steroid inhaler, the blue salbutamol, for over 16 years. I was a repeat customer. Now, I can't remember the last time I took it. My father had an amazing result with his sleep. One of our products called Viva Plus allows you to sleep naturally. After 15 or 16 years worth of being on sleep tablets, he's now able to reduce that and now, sleep naturally. For me, that is enough. Even if I don't make money from the business, it's enough knowing that my father now can have a good night's sleep naturally. So 95% of those who take our products, they come back into balance, and this has all been documented. Now, there's many health benefits for human beings at every stage of life to take our products. In fact, babies as young as 6 months old can even take our products, and there's no limit to who can take them. Also, we have 18 different health claims which have been approved by EFSA, the European Food and Safety Authority, and these have been documented and can easily be looked up. that once people have been taking our products, they've seen, many different claims. Amazing, actually. Normal brain function, heart function, immune, vision, teeth. This one really caught my eye. The normal brain development of the fetus and breastfed infants, a normal bone structure, oxidative stress, blood pressure, cell division, normal blood triglyceride levels, normal development of the eye of the fetus and breastfed infants. So the mothers who were pregnant start taking the product and saw very, very healthy babies. Protects cells against oxidative stress, normal absorption and utilization of calcium and phosphorus. Blood calcium levels, muscle function lowers and reduces blood cholesterol and visual development of infants up to 12 months of age. So, 18 different claims that have been approved by EFSA. Now, we have many sports ambassadors around the world. In fact, these guys have not been paid to become ambassadors. These guys became our customers and then became ambassadors for the company. We also have some huge customers around the world. I'm sure many of you have heard of, sports teams like Manchester City Football Club, one of our biggest customers who actually test their players every 4 months and every month purchase from us. Manchester United have recently just been in touch with us and taken, had an interview with our nutrition team. Real Madrid and so many other football teams and sporting teams actually take our products, and not just that, they get their players tested every 4 months, and that is, a huge claim to be making. Now, that was just a bit about the science. Now I just want to quickly talk to you about the company, and then we'll, come to questions and answers. So who is Zinzino? Zinzino is actually a global health and wellness company from Scandinavia with headquarters in Sweden. Their manufacturing facility, where I regularly go and visit, that's in Oslo, Norway. It's a publicly listed company, which means you can go online and you can check all their financial reports and everything. They're trading on the NASDAQ, which means you can purchase shares within the company. In fact, just a year ago, our share prices were $5 a share. Today, you can purchase them at $25. So you can see how the company has evolved. So a very strong financial foundation, a member of numerous local direct sales associations, including the DSA, the Direct Selling Association. We deliver to over 100 countries around the world. Our business opportunity is available in 50 countries around the world. That basically means you can expand your own Zinzino business should you decide to get started in any of those 50 countries. This month, we've just launched Philippines. And next month, we're launching one of our biggest markets, which is China, which I'm very excited about. We also have our own charity called the Zinzino Foundation, where we constantly and regularly give back to the less fortunate. Here you can see our first year of sales in 2005, 1.3 million euros. In 2003, we turned over 176 million euros. Today, in 2025, we're on track to turn over 300 million euros. Now, everything comes down to timing. If I was to, mention a few companies to you, Netflix, Instagram, Facebook, Apple, what you know about them now, if you knew about them when they started, would you have invested in these companies? Obviously, we would be stupid to say no. So timing is everything. And our company, even after 20 years, we're still on ground floor level. Many people still have not heard of Zinzino. I've been involved in network marketing for over 15, 16 years. I never heard of Zinzino until a few years ago. So even after 20 years, we're still on ground floor level. This year, we're on track to acquire our first 1 million customers, and the company is on track or has a goal to acquire 20 million customers by 2035 and 100 million customers by 2050. So, you can either be part of the story at ground level, or then you can be part of it once it's already a multi-billion-dollar company, which it certainly will be. So we have a global megatrend. Today, for the first time, we are, representing test-based nutrition, which is not based on a guess. I know there's many companies out there that offer nutrition, and people will take a supplement, either have a placebo effect, or then they won't know whether the supplements what they're taking are actually working. And people want to know that the money that they're spending on supplements, are they actually working? And for the first time now, we can test that. Today, 500 million people are taking omega-3 supplements. 1 billion people are taking some sort of vitamins, and 1.5 billion people use some form of specialized diet. But how is it that today 6.3 billion worldwide are still deficient in omega-3 according to World Health experts? And it's difficult to ignore the fact that the supplements industry is projected to grow from 167 billion in 2023 to 239 billion in 2028. People want to know if the supplements they are taking have an effect in their body. And by the way, by 2050, 1 billion people will already have been tested according to how statistics are going right now. So what's crazy is 97% of people, they fail their first balance test. Okay, that's most of the world's population. But here's what's amazing: 95% of those who take our product for 120 days are back into balance in 120 days, which proves that our products are working. So that was everything about the product and the company. Now the question is, why are you here? How can you get involved? And that's probably the $1 million question, which you guys are waiting to be answered. So basically, you have a few options now. Number one, you do nothing. You've been on this call, you do nothing, you've learned something, and you go away and you just carry on with your life. Number two, you can become a customer. You can take a test from our company. You can become a customer. You can try the products. You can even receive a money back guarantee, and you can even qualify to have free products as well if you refer other people to the products. Or number three, you could become a Zinzino partner, and that's something what I do. And basically becoming a partner, because Zinzino themselves, you can't approach them and buy products from them. They don't have shops, they don't have call centers. The only way to purchase a product is through independent business owners like myself. Now, becoming a partner basically means that you can work from anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection. You can do this alongside what you already do. So if you're a student, you work, doesn't matter. It's a business designed for you to operate in your own time. And upon carrying out the business, you can actually earn amazing lifestyle rewards, incentive trips. I've been able to travel to over 35 countries around the world. There's a potential to earn a long-term residual income, which to me is the most powerful way of getting paid. I used to get paid when I used to go to work. I used to trade my hours for money. Now I don't do that. Now I get paid every single month based on customers that are being purchased from around the world in over 25 countries around the world. For me, it's about bringing health and wealth to the world, and that's why I'm here today with this company. So how do you generate an income with Zinzino? Well, we actually generate income in 10 different ways. I'm just going to talk to you about a couple of them. The first one is a customer career plan, which means you can now start to help people with health challenges, what they have. Usually what do? We just recommend people, hey, go see your GP, go see your doctor. And whilst we need GPs and doctors, I'm not against them. I'm just saying that, look, there's other ways and there's alternative methods of helping and treating people. So just by sharing our products and our test, we can make anywhere between 10% to 30% on the products which you recommend. And how does that work? Well, it depends on how many customers you have. For example, if you have up to 24 customers, the company will pay you 10% on every single product which you acquire a customer for. And then once you reach the A team, which is 25 customers, that then doubles to 20%, as well as making an £85 monthly bonus every single month in residual income. And also you receive £85 worth of free products known as Z Rewards, Zinzino Rewards. Now, Pro Team is when you acquire 50 customers, you make 25% on every product which you sell. And you also, on top of that, you make a £170 monthly bonus, which is a residual income ongoing. And you also, get £85 worth of products. Now, this is special, 100 customers. Not only do you make 30% on all the customers which you acquire, you also make a £340 every month residual income, as well as an £85 Z Rewards, which are free products. And you also get a one-time bonus of £8,500 for acquiring 100 customers. And then we have our top team 200, where you make 30% customer bonuses, a residual income every month of £850, £85 worth of products, and you also qualify for a free 5-star trip. It's called a director's trip for you and a loved one. The company has a networking element. You don't have to do this, but if you want to expand your business and introduce others to the business, you can do that in 50 countries around the world. We have many, people from different backgrounds, nutritionists, scientists, doctors, police officers, students, average people, in our business who are actually promoting our business around the world in 50 countries. So we have different ranks within our business. And once you start building a team and, you start acquiring customers and so, as your team starts to grow, you can actually move up the ranks. Like if you want to just make a few £100 a month, you can do so. If you want to make a few £1,000 a month, you can do so. If you're serious about making some serious money, then there's also, many people in our business who make multiple 6 figures a month, and that is very possible. Once again, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It comes down to, your hard work and your effort. Finally, once you reach the high positions within our company, Zinzino will give you stock bonuses or shares within the company. So starting from a president position, once you achieve that, you actually receive 200,000 euros worth of stock bonuses. And, we also have other positions after 1-star global president, such as a 2-star global president, 3-star global president, where you receive €1 million worth of stocks and shares in our company. So finally, I've said that 3 times now, by the way. So finally, we have our international convention. So we actually have events in London every month. Our next event is on the 19th of July, which, I would like to invite you guys to. And we also have our annual international convention, which is taking place in Oslo, Norway. I was able to attend the last one. It was an absolutely amazing event with thousands of people from every corner of the globe. So our next event is taking place from the 9th till the 12th. You will get to meet the doctors who actually, manufacture our products. You will get trained by some of the, highest and most qualified people in the industry of health and nutrition. So that is in Oslo. I thought I'll just mention that before we finish. So that's the end of the presentation.